The Bible says the meek shall inherit the earth, but the deed's in somebody else's name. They got us praying for heaven while they building hell on earth. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness?
Yeah. Brother Malcolm on the corner with the megaphone and truth. Concrete prophet speaking fire to the deaf. Blind youth used to push that powder, had the block on lock for years. Now I'm pushing liberation through the static energies. They threw me in the cage, thought they break my spirit down. Found Malcolm X and Garvey in that prison library town. Transform my mind, now I'm out here transforming minds. Concrete prophet connecting biblical to systematic crimes. Pharaohs in the precinct, Babylon's the city hall. They crucify our children and they wonder why we raw. Sister walking past, 3 kids exhausted, looking broke. I stop her with the scripture mixed with economic hope. Sister, you a queen, they convinced you was dirt. Made you worship at the altar of minimum wage work.
Who controls the block?
We do!
Built this city.
We did!
Who they tryna kill it?
Who they trying to kill?
U.S.
Will we survive?
We will!
Die to the stick, then I to the witness.
Who can talk enough?
We will. Who built this city? We did.
Who they trying to kill?
Will we survive? Yeah, we will.
Cops roll up daily, tell me I'm obstructing traffic. Concrete prophet too effective, they want static. You need a permit to assemble to speak on public ground. I tell them First Amendment, but they still run me around. Arrested 7 times this year for preaching on my corner, while the liquor store and check cash got the city as a donor. License and permits, profiting on poverty, but my ministry's a problem, that's the modern irony. Young brothers stop and ask me why God let us suffer. I break down liberation theology, make it rougher. God ain't in the sky watching us like TV, son. God's in the work we do to get each other free, son. Jesus was a radical, they killed him for resistance. Concrete prophet teaching what they left out in the scripture sentence. They weaponized religion, made a slave master's tool. I'm giving back the gospel, radical and beautiful. They want us believing in pie in the skies, while they eating the pie right now. But I'm here to tell you, the kingdom of heaven is built with our hands. Through solidarity, through struggle, through concrete prophecy. Amen. Sunday morning, 50 people gather, no building required. Concrete prophet, we don't need no steeple or choir. Just truth, just passion, just the willingness to see that our oppression is connected, spiritual and physically. Brother James was hooked on dope, now we 2 months clean. Sister Rita left for abuser, we gave her shelter, dignity. This my congregation, this my sacred ministry. Concrete prophet building heaven in the hood, you see they can't permit me. Can't find me in the silence grave, can't institutionalize the gospel when it's truly meant to save. Not souls in the afterlife, but bodies in the now. Concrete prophet, I done took a revolutionary vow to speak until my voice gone, stand until they take me. Every word's a brick, I'm building futures they can't shake free. This ain't religion, this is spiritual resistance. Concrete prophet, I'm the proof that faith need action in existence. Same time tomorrow, corner of truth and struggle. Bring your tired, bring your broken. Concrete prophets never sleep. The word is the weapon, the corner is the church. Can I get a witness, witness, witness? Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness?
Who they tryna kill?
Who they tryna kill?
Will we survive?
We will. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Witness.
Most people still sleeping. I'm already at work. This my office, these streets. 5 cents at a time.
4 a.m. I'm pushing this car through the upper west side. Recycling, hustle, dignity, swallow, but still got pride. Need 200 cans to make $10. Do the math, that's 200 stops, 200 bends, 200 on my path to survival. This economy, they don't never see informal labor underground, but it's still labor. Believe dumpster behind the deli, always got the bottle stacked. Puerto Rican owner Jose, he saves them in the back. Respects the hustle, knows the struggle, slides me coffee too. I said frio hermano, yeah it's cold, but what I'm gonna do? Recycling, hustle, mathematics, nickel by nickel grind. If I work from 4 to noon, I might make 30 if I find the right spots. Avoid the territories of other collectors. We got hierarchies and rules and formal sector structure. The shopping cart's my briefcase, these streets my corporate ladder. Recycling hustle, 5 cents closer to what matters. Push the cart. Hear the rhythm of survival, recycling hustle. This my daily revival, they throw away. I pick up, turn trash to pay. 5 cents at a time, that's how I make my way. Invisible economy, working while y'all sleep. Recycling hustle, this the grind we keep. This the grind we keep. This the grind we keep. Big Mike got the morning train stations on lock. Old head 70 years, been recycling since 68 block. He taught me which spots hit, which cops to avoid. Recycling hustle ethics, never take from the employed. Meaning other collectors, we respect each other's roots. Mike's got Grand Central, I got West Side. Different booths of economic survival. We entrepreneurs, they don't study when they talking formal labor. Make it sound dirty, muddy, but this work, hard work. My back proving it true. 12-hour days sometimes when the rent's past due. Recycling hustle got its own supply chain map. We know which bars close late, which parties leave cans trapped in trash bags on the curb. Go mine for them that hustle. Friday nights in Soho, bottles everywhere. I muscle through the weight, card overflowing, wheels about to break. Recycling hustle, do what it takes for family's sake. Reality check, I got master's degree in civil engineering. Recycling hustle ain't my dream, it's what the system scheming. Felony conviction from 89, possession 10 rocks. Now no corporate job will touch me, so I work these blocks with shopping cart and gloves, turning garbage into wages. Recycling hustle, PhD, pushing costs through ages. They say get a job like jobs, just waiting there for felons. Like my education matters when my record is was telling potential employers everything before I speak a word. Recycling hustle, this the only option that I heard. Answer back when I knock on economy's door. So I work for nickels, pride intact, dignity restored. Through labor, any labor, better than the corner, better than the system. Try to make me just a mourner. Recycling hustle, I'm an entrepreneur. They can't erase 5 cents at a time. I'm still building my empire's base. $23, 40 cents, 8 hours of work. But I'm still here, still hustling, still surviving. Tomorrow I start again. 4 a.m. Same streets, different trash, same dignity.
Empty your pockets. Remove your belt. No jewelry, no cell phones. No outside food. Visiting hours 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturdays only. Next.
Wake up 5 a.m. to catch the bus upstate. Visiting hours with my brother. Been 3 months, can't be late. 4-hour ride, $15 each way that I ain't got. But family's family. Visiting hours keep our connection hot. Despite the walls and wire metal detectors, guards who stare like I'm guilty too for loving somebody trapped in there. They search me, question me, scrutinize my ID. Visiting hours, they treat family like we the enemy. Finally get inside, my brother looking older than his years. 25 doing 15, visiting hours fighting tears. We sit across this table, can't even touch a hug, proper conversation monitored. Visiting hours with Big Brother watching every word, timing us like parking meters. This the new Jim Crow. Visiting hours with the feeders. A family bonds, they engineered a separation. Visiting hours, systemic family devastation.
Remember glass across the table, love's on trial.
Visiting hours.
Make the distance feel like miles. They lock bodies up, but we keep spirits synchronized.
Visiting hours.
How we keep hope alive.
1 day a week, 6 hours if we bless.
Visiting hours.
Family under duress.
Visiting hours.
Chill. My nephew asking when my daddy coming home. Kid is 7, visiting hours, that's all he's known. His father been inside since he was 2 years old. Stories about freedom that will never unfold in this kid's childhood. Visiting hours is normal. Thinks all dads wear jumpsuits, that prison is formal, part of life. I'm trying to break the cycle's chain, but visiting hours remind me of the system's aim. Destroy black families, one generation at a time. Mass incarceration, visiting hours document the crime against humanity. My brother got caught with 2 ounces, 15 years. While Wall Street criminals get announcements of bonuses and bailouts. Visiting hours expose the truth. Justice ain't about crime, it's about who's in the voting booth. My brother's voting rights revoked. Family torn apart, visiting hours. They engineered this from the start.
Behind the glass, across the table, love's on trial.
Visiting hours.
Make the distance feel like miles. They lock bodies up, but we keep spirits synchronized.
Visiting hours.
How we keep hope alive.
One day and reborn. 6 hours if we bless. Visiting hours. Feeling under duress.
The drug.
This call is from a correctional facility to accept charges. Press 1. Press 1. Press 1. You have 1 minute remaining.
Yo, tell mama I love her. Tell my son I'm sorry. Tell him I'm holding on. Tell him
Your time has expired. Visiting hours over, God says let's go, time's up. Like my brother's humanity can be measured in the cup that's half full and empty. I walk back through them gates, freedom hit different. When you know your brother's fate is concrete and bars for years. Visiting hours haunt me. All week I carry prison's weight, though I'm the one that's free supposedly. But we all imprisoned by the system of control. Visiting hours just make visible what's invisible to most souls. How they weaponize family separation, make connection calls. Plus bus fares, phone calls, commissary. Visiting hours we lost. Not just people, but our resources, time, mental health declining. Visiting hours, it's the aftershock of mass confining. But we resistant, we persistent. Every Saturday I show. Visiting hours, my brother knows he ain't alone in that hole. They can cage his body, but can't kill his spirit's light. Visiting hours, love's the weapon in this fight.
Behind the glass, across the table, love's on trial.
Visiting hours.
Make the distance feel like miles. They lock bodies up, but we keep spirits synchronized.
Visiting hours.
How we keep hope alive.
1 day a week. 6 hours if we bless. Visiting hours, family, blend of duress.
Visiting hours.
That's it. Visiting hours over. See you next Saturday. If I can make the fair, if they don't have restrictions, if the system don't find new ways to keep families apart. Same time next week, brother. Hold on.
Visiting hours.
Snowball. Yeah, another day, huh? You seen everything from that shelf. Bodega Cat Diary, chapter 1000. Snowball been posted at Osmond's corner store, 15 years strong. Bodega Cat Diaries, witness everything that went wrong and right in this neighborhood. Perched up by the chips, Bodega Cat sees it all, never moving from a shift. Watch me grow from 9 to 24 on these blocks. Bodega Cat Diaries, unofficial neighborhood docs of every transaction, every regular customer story, every heartbreak at the counter buying Lucy's, no glory, just survival. Snowball sees the cop harassment daily. Bodega Cat witness to injustice, seeing clearly how they target Armin Arabs after 9/11. Changed the game. Bodega Cat Diaries, note the Islamophobia's flame, but also note the way I'm feed the homeless every night. Bodega Cat watching kindness when the world ain't acting right. She's the guardian of more than mice and rats that creep. Bodega Cat Diaries, cultural memories she keep. From the shelf she watches, chronicles our days. Bodega Cat Diaries, neighborhood silent gaze. Seen more than most, love more than she shows. Bodega Cat wisdom, everybody knows she's the keeper of the corner where our stories unfold. Bodega Cat Diaries, worth more than gold. Worth more than gold. Snowball knows who's struggling before they speak it loud. Bodega Cat intuition, reading pain beneath the proud exterior we wear. She jumps down, rubs against your leg. Bodega Cat therapy when you're at life's edge. A hum says she's psychic, knows who needs the love. And Bodega Cat Diaries, emotional above and beyond what humans offer, non-judgmental, pure. She don't care about your credit, just your heart if it's secure or breaking. Watch Miss Rodriguez crying by the milk. Bodega Cat jump right in her arms, therapeutic ilk. Sometimes animals provide what people can't express. Bodega Cat Cat Diaries. Healing through caress, she was here when Rashid got shot outside in 03. Bodega Cat Diaries, traumatic memories. Ahmed kept the store closed 3 days out of respect. Snowball kept vigil in the window, neighborhood's architect. Now they tryna shut Ahmed down, building getting sold. Bodega Cat Diaries in gentrification stranglehold on culture history spots where people feel at home. Bodega Cat's about to lose a 15-year throne, but Ahmed promised Snowball comes wherever we relocate. Bodega Cat Diaries, new chapter, different state of being, but same mission, guardianship of community space. Even if it's smaller, even if it's different place, some things transcend geography. Snowball spirits proof. Bodega Cat Diaries, more the store, she's truth. Living, breathing, purring, proof that love exists in corners of the hood where poverty persists. She's been more consistent than most humans in my life. Bodega Cat Diaries, through the struggle and the strife. Every day at 6 a.m. she's posted, she's ready. Bodega Cat Diaries, making sure we stay steady. Good night, Snowball. We did good today. See you tomorrow, inshallah. As long as they let us stay. Inshallah, as long as they let us stay.
Hello? Yes, this is she. No, I'm calling on behalf of my mother. She doesn't speak English. I'm 12. What seems to be the problem?
12 years old, translating medical terms I don't understand. Translator's burden, childhood slipping through my hands like sand. Impossible to hold when responsibilities is heavy. Calling insurance companies, making sure the bills are ready for payment. Talking to landlords, teachers, social workers too. Translator's burden, raising parents when the language barrier grew. Too wide for them to cross alone, I'm bridge connecting. 2 worlds, 2 languages, 1 child neglecting her own needs so family survives American systems. Translator's burden, sacrificing what's my mission. As a kid to play, to learn, to just exist carefree. Instead I'm reading legal documents, vocabulary advanced beyond my years, emotional intelligence force. Translator's burden, pernified, of course, that's the technical term I learned later in therapy, trying to unpack why I grew up so worldly, adult before my time. Translator's burden, wait. Small voice on big phones, talking to grown folks. Translator's burden, carrying adult yokes on child shoulders, forced to be the bridge between parents in America, standing on the ridge of childhood's end. Translator's burdens told, giving up my youth to help my family hold. Yeah. Mama's at the doctor, cancer scare, I'm 14 now. Translator's burden, explaining biopsy results, try not to break down. Cry in front of her, stay strong, be professional. Doctors looking at me like this ain't conventional. Child in 8th grade, discussing treatment protocols. Translator's burden, missing adolescent socials while translating chemotherapy. Options, side effects, explain. Mama grips my hand, translator's burden, I'm drained. Emotionally, mentally, carry information heavy that adults should shield kids from. But I'm ready, forced to be ready. No choice in my assignment. Translator's burden, childhood's refinement. Skip, accelerated, forced into adult roles. Translator's burden, ages children's souls. My friends complain about homework and boys. I'm navigating immigration paperwork, destroyed by the weight but can't complain. Family needs me functioning. 25 now, mama still calls me for translations. Translator's burden, cycle through generations. My little cousin's doing it now, I see myself in her. 9 years old, panified, speaking English clearer than her parents. Same burden passed down. Translator's burden, immigrant family crown. Our thorns we wear with pride and pain mixed equal. We sacrifice our childhood so our family sequel could be written here in America, better than before. Translator's burden, opening every door our parents couldn't open. We the keys to systems, competence deliberately exclusive. Linguistics is weapon against immigrants. We disarm with our bilingual tongue. Translator's burden makes us critical thinkers, advocates, bridges. But at what cost? Our innocence, our childhood. Sometimes we feel lost between two worlds, never fully belonging to either. Translators burden, we the cultural breather.
Misha, it's Mama. I need you to call the insurance company. They sent another letter I don't understand. Call me when you can. Love you, Mija. Love you, Mija. Love you, Mija. Love you, Mija. Love you, Mija.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Here we go again.
I'm on it! Let's go, let's go! Time is money! Hiya! Get on that scaffold! I don't care if it's shaking!
6 a.m. on the scaffold, 40 stories up, scaffold stories, no insurance, no backup, no safety harness, though OSA says we need them. Scaffold stories, boss says work or I don't feed them. Me and 20 other undocumented brothers, building Manhattan's luxury condos for rich others who never know our names, never know the danger. Scaffold stories, we construction site strangers, risking life for $12 an hour, cash under table. Scaffold stories, doing what we're able to survive, to send money back home to families. I'm from Puebla, been in 7 years, Americanized, only in the sense I understand the system's rigged. Scaffold stories, labor laws don't exist when you're not documented. Gig boss knows we won't complain, won't report unsafe conditions. Scaffold stories, exploitation by definition. 40 stories up, no net below our feet.
Scaffolds, danger every day we meet.
Building dreams for rich folks, risking all we got.
Scaffold story that they forgot.
Invisible, essential, breaking backs for pay.
Scaffold stories, it's the immigrant way.
Carlos fell last month, 35 feet down the concrete. Scaffold stories, faulty equipment incomplete. Safety measures, boss just covered up the incident. Paid his family 20 grand to keep them silent, reticent to report. Carlos survived a broken back and work no more. Scaffold stories, this what we risk when we poor and desperate. Border cross, families need eating. Scaffold stories, every day we're competing with death, with injury, with immigration raids. Scaffold stories, building America's cascades of wealth for others while we barely scraping by. But what choice we got? Let family starve or die. Trying here in dangerous work, at least there's hope. Scaffold stories, walking on economic tightrope. No net, no insurance, no worker comp protection. Scaffold stories, labor without detection by agencies that's supposed to keep us safe from harm.
Scaffold stories, watch out! Get back, get back, get back.
Call 911, call 911.
Get back, get back, get back. Get back.
Call 911, call 911.
No police. Boss and no police.
Miguel died yesterday, left behind 3 kids and wife. Scaffold stories, sacrificed his whole life for American dream that never came for him. Scaffold stories, chances always looking slim. For people like us, his death will make the news. Scaffold stories, just another immigrant we lose to capitalism's greed, to corners cut for profit. Scaffold stories, his family won't see justice off. It goes like every other case, some reported unresolved. Scaffold stories, how problems never solved when labor's undocumented, invisible, disposable. Scaffold stories, treatment deplorable, but necessary for system to function. They need us. Scaffold stories, building cities while they mistreat us. I'm organizing now, secret union meetings after work. Scaffold stories, can't let Miguel's death lurk in vain. We demanding basic safety, basic rights.
Scaffold story,
preparing for the fights to come, even if it means deportation's risk.
scaffold
For
story.
Miguel's grave I made a promise. 5:30, quitting time.
The same tomorrow?
See, if we're still alive.
Por Miguel.
Por Miguel.
Descansa en paz, hermano. Who is it?
Census Bureau, Federal Surveyor. We ain't answering no questions. Nobody home.
Clipboard in hand, government badge on my chest. Census taker getting cussed out as the test. So patience in communities that don't trust authorities. Can't blame the census taker. Histories, cautionary stories. Tell them why they shouldn't open doors to federal workers. Japanese internment started with census data lurkers. Using information against the people it's supposed to serve. Census taker walking block where residents deserve to be suspicious. I'm just trying to make a check. Census taker temporary federal paycheck. But I understand the fear. The questions seem invasive. How many people live here? Citizen status, ages. Census taker in the hood. These questions dangerous. Undocumented families, overcrowded spaces, tenuous situations they don't want government to know about. Census taker, I'm the face they fear and doubt. Door to door with questions. Clipboard full of forms. Census taker navigating suspicious storms. They don't trust the count, don't trust what data's for. Census taker caught between the people and the law. Trying to do my job, but understanding the resistance. Census taker witnessing survival's persistence. Immigration raids increased the year before. Census taker knocking on every single door. Feels like set up to the people living here. Census taker, I can see the genuine fear in their eyes when they crack open that chain lock. Census taker represent the system, I'm the shock. Trooper at the front line of the surveillance state. Census taker, even though my pay is barely adequate, I try to reassure them data's confidential, encrypted, protected by the law. But census taker, they conflicted between civic duty and survival's instinct. Most choose silence. Census taker, populations distinct between who gets counted and who stays in shadow. Census taker, undercounting means less resources allocated though to communities that need the most. Schools and hospitals. Census taker, vicious cycle that's unstoppable unless trust rebuilds, but that takes generations. Mrs. Chen opened up, told me through translator. Census taker, she concerned about data's trader. Potential worry what government might do with information on the family. Census taker, I knew I couldn't promise nothing. Confidentiality's just words. Census taker, she seen how promises get blurred when power wants to weaponize data against the vulnerable. She didn't answer half my questions, understandable. Census taker, I'm conflicted too about my role. Collecting data for a government that's sold. The soda corporations uses info to surveil. Census taker, am I complicit? Hard to tell, I need the money, but the moral weight is heavy. Census taker, every door knock makes me feel unsteady about my participation in potential future harm. Census taker, can I sleep with conscious calm? Knowing information I collected might be used against the very people I assured in truth diffuse.
Who's there? Census Bureau, ma'am. Child, the only thing you need to know is that I'm black, I'm here, and I count. Now go on. Yes, ma'am, you're right. Yes, ma'am, you're right. Yes, ma'am, you're right.
Pour one out for my brother. "17 years old. 17. Teddy bears and candles on the corner where he died. Sidewalk memorial, another mother's child. Taken by the violence that's consuming our community. Sidewalk memorial, losing our immunity to heartbreak. Feels like every week somebody new. Sidewalk memorial, spray painted R.I.P. in blue. On the bodega wall, his face on 20 t-shirts. Sidewalk memorial. This how the hood hurts. Cross the street from public, shrine becomes our church. Sidewalk memorial, sacred ground where we search for meaning in the senseless, pattern in the random. Sidewalk memorial, questions we can't answer. Standing around the spot where blood dried brown on concrete. Sidewalk memorial, where tragedy and street life intersect, where childhood ends abrupt. Sidewalk memorial, communities corrupt by trauma's endless cycle. Violence breeding more.
Flowers on the corner, candles burning low. Sidewalk memorial, sacred space emerging where our young ones fall. Sidewalk memorial, with teddy bears and balloons that fade in rain. Sidewalk memorial, documenting pain.
Jamal's memorial lasted 6 months before they cleaned it. Sidewalk memorial, gentrification's meanest statement. Removing sightly shrines, the city notice red. Sidewalk memorial, disrespecting our dead. They see blight We see love, we see memory. Sidewalk memorial, cultural ceremony. They don't understand, or maybe they don't care. Sidewalk memorial, proof somebody was there, existed, mattered, loved, had dreams and plans. Sidewalk memorial, evidence in our hands that this life meant something more than statistics, more than another case number, more than ballistics, report filed and forgotten in some precinct drawer. Sidewalk memorial, keeping memory raw and present. We refresh the flowers every week. Sidewalk memorial, the ritual we keep. His mama comes on Sundays, sits and talks to him. Sidewalk memorial, where her hope grew dim.
Lord, we ask you to protect our children in these streets that don't value their lives. We ask for peace, for justice, for healing. We ask for strength to keep going. We ask for an end to this violence. In your name, amen.
Now I'm standing at another 6-1 this year. Sidewalk memorial, neighborhood's atmosphere is heavy with the grief we carry daily. Sidewalk memorial, trauma nearly becomes normalized. PTSD widespread. Sidewalk memorial, walking past our dead on a way to work, to school, to corner store. Sidewalk memorial, can't ignore the loss no more. I'm organizing, demanding change. Sidewalk memorial, catalyst to rearrange the system that produces death like factory. Sidewalk memorial, spark community activism, turning pain into political. Sidewalk memorial, making grief critical consciousness. We want mental health resources, want jobs, want programs, want society divorces itself from prison pipeline, wants to divest from police, invest in us. Sidewalk memorials, protest, 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 protest.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. We won't forget you, brother. Say his name, Jamal Johnson. Say it again.
Jamal Johnson.
Keep moving. Don't stop.
How much further? Shh. Border Patrol.
Down! Get down!
3 days. Walking through the desert.
Checkpoint Charlie in my mind. That's what Coyote called it. Crossing that line between desperation and opportunity, Mexico and states. Checkpoint Charlie, gambling with our faith. Paid $6,000, family's life-saving pool. Checkpoint Charlie, by the smuggler's rule. 27 of us, 2 young kids, 1 pregnant woman. Checkpoint Charlie, journey barely human. Treatment, water ration, walking only night. Checkpoint Charlie, border patrol spotlight. Sweeping across the desert, we dropping to the ground. Checkpoint Charlie, with dreams and danger found. Each other in the sand, immigration's wall. Checkpoint Charlie, people fleeing from what's far. More dangerous than this desert, violence back home. Checkpoint Charlie, forced to roam through the desert night. Stars are only guide. Checkpoint Charlie, crossing freedom's divide. Risk everything for change, a better life. Checkpoint Charlie, edge of razor's knife between death and possibility. We walk the line. Checkpoint Charlie, pain freedom's fine. Maria collapsed on day 2, 8 months pregnant. Checkpoint Charlie, Coyote getting hesitant. Slow down for her, she's slowing everyone down. Checkpoint Charlie, leave her if she can't keep around. The pace we refuse, carried her in rotation. Checkpoint Charlie, collective determination to survive together, nobody left behind. Checkpoint Charlie, humanity defined a crisis, found our better angels in the worst condition. Checkpoint Charlie, despite the politicians' rhetoric painting us as criminals, as invaders. Checkpoint Charlie, we're just people, not crusaders, not monsters, just mothers, fathers, dreamers, seekers. Checkpoint Charlie, economic refugees, we speakers of languages they don't wanna understand. Checkpoint Charlie, cheap labor is what's planned for people like us if we survive the journeys told.
We lost half the group.
Made it across on day 4, half our group detained. Checkpoint Charlie separated, some will be detained months, some deported, back to start again. Checkpoint Charlie, immigration's pen is mightier than sword policies that kill more people than the violence we fled. Checkpoint still claims lives. Maria gave birth in Arizona. Checkpoint Charlie, baby girl named Ramona, first American in a family line. Checkpoint Charlie, future now defined by papers and by borders, by accident of birth. Checkpoint Charlie, questioning who deserves the right to migrate. Humans been moving since the start. Checkpoint Charlie, tearing families apart is policy, not natural. Walls are built by hands. Checkpoint Charlie, I now work the farmlands that feed America. Invisible, essential labor force. Checkpoint Charlie, I survived the course, but others didn't. Checkpoint took their lives. Checkpoint Charlie, mothers, fathers, husbands, wives.
We made it.
See, but at what cost?
For our children. For their future.
Was it worth it?
Ask me in 10 years if we're still here or made it.
See, but at what cost?
For our children. For their future.
Was it worth it? Ask me in 10 years if we're still here. Still here. Still here. If we're still here. Was it worth it? If we're still here.
Night shift. Marcus. Same as always.
Let's see what mess they left today.
11 p.m. I enter buildings emptied by the corporate class. Night janitor's journal, cleaning offices they pass through during day, making yearly what I make in 10. Night janitor's journal, see the inequality again and again, manifesting every memo on these desks. Night janitor's journal, CEO vacation in the text. I'm reading while I'm emptying his trash. Bali for 2 weeks while I'm working 3 jobs. Night janitor's journal speaks to disparity. I got PhD in sociology. Night janitor's journal, economy's apology is overqualified when I apply to corporate roles. Night janitor's journal, so I clean these people's bowls. They shit in empty trash of lives I could've led. Night janitor's journal, documents I've read while cleaners show me how the rich stay rich through connections. Night janitor's journal, studying their protections against consequence, against failure, against poverty's threat.
When the lights go dim and the workers go home,
Night janitor's journal,
in these buildings all alone, cleaning up the evidence of wealth I'll never know.
night janitor's journal,
Watching how the systems flow, invisible, essential PhD with a mob.
night janitor's journal.
Someday this will stop.
Found a document today, layoff list with 20 names. Night janitor's journal, corporate cost cutting games. People I wave to daily when they leaving, I'm arriving. Night janitor's journal, capitalism's conniving. Don't discriminate, everybody expendable except the top executives. Night janitor's journal kept me thinking about warning them, but how? I'm just a cleaner. Night janitor's journal, seen as less than demeanor, professional, educated, yet invisible the most. Night janitor's journal, this economy's ghost, workers keeping everything functional behind scenes. Night janitor's journal, what this maintenance means is more than clean toilets, more than emptied waste. It's structural support they take for granted, misplaced value in the labor. Night janitor's journal shows how underappreciated essential workers no one knows, until we strike, until we organize, until we stand. Night janitor's journal, writing plans to demand.
I take notes on everything I see here. Someday I'll publish this errand graffiti. The view from below, labor and class in corporate America. They don't know I'm studying them. While I clean their toilets, I'm documenting their system. Night janitor's journal. My dissertation in real time.
Security guard Roberto, only one who sees me human. Night janitor's journal. Conversations we be brewing by organizing all the night workers across buildings. Night janitor's journal. Solidarity we're building. Quiet revolution, demand living wages, benefits. Night janitor's journal. Exposing all the derelicts. Corporate responsibility, we make their offices function. Night janitor's journal. Without us, the world's dysfunctional, but they pay us minimum. No sick days, no vacation. Change the journal. It's more than crime. It's exploitation's purest form. I'm organizing meetings. Night janitor's journal. Turning labor into beatings of the system. We got power when we recognize our worth. Night janitor's journal. Bottom up rebirth of labor consciousness. When pandemic came, they called us heroes. Night janitor's journal, then pay the same as zeros. Changing compensation, we remember we taking notes. Night janitor's journal, writing receipts.
See you tomorrow night, Roberto. Stay strong, hermano. Always, Night Janitor's Journal. Entry 1, 2027 complete. They think we're invisible, but we see everything.
Ajax bail bonds. How much is the bail? 50,000? That's $5 grand fee, non-refundable. Your car title. That'll work for collateral. Sign here, and here, and here.
I profit off desperation, that's my whole business model. Bail bondsman's confessions. Truth I gotta swallow, daily like bitter pills. Families in crisis, bail bondsman's confessions. I'm part of what's priceless, shouldn't be freedom, liberty, basic human right. Bail bondsman's confessions. I commodify the plight, 10% fee on bail. That's set deliberately, high enough to extract wealth from black community. Bail bondsman's confessions. I know exactly what I'm doing. Part of system, poverty's pursuing. Forever mother mortgaging a house for sons released. Bail bondsman's confessions. I'm the middle piece of extraction. Grandmother, pawn and wedding ring. Bail bondsman's confession. Profiting off everything that's wrong with criminal justice. But what I'm supposed to do? Bail bondsman's confession. I got bills to pay too. Freedom shouldn't cost, but that's the system that we got. Bail bondsman's confessions. I'm the toe between the lot of what's just and what is. Taking my percentage cut. Bail bondsman's confessions. Profiting off being stuck in a case till you can pay. That's America today. Bail bondsman's confession. I facilitate the way. In a case till you can pay. That's America today. Bail bondsman's confessions. I facilitate the way. Used to tell myself I'm helping, providing needed service. Bail bondsman's confessions. Now I know that's worthless. Justification for participation in oppression. Bail bondsman's confession. Part of wealth extraction session from the poor. See the same families repeatedly. Bail bondsman's confession. Cycles that I'm feeding. Generational son following father in the system. Bail bondsman's confessions. I'm listed as assistant till they downward spiral every time they need bail posted. Bail bondsman's confession. I'm the one who's mostly benefiting their crisis is my come up, that's the truth. Bail bondsman's confessions. From my youth, I wanted to be lawyer, help the people make things right. Bail bondsman's confessions. Somewhere lost sight of my mission, now I'm part of what I fought against. Bail bondsman's confessions. My soul's expense is comfort income, benefits of exploitations, check. Bondsman's confessions. Yesterday a grandmother, 74 years old. Bail bondsman's confession. She my entire soul, weary now, grandson arrested. Bail said 50K. Bail bondsman's confession. She didn't have my pay, a 5,000 offered her the deed to her house. Bail bondsman's confessions. I'm allowed for even considering, but business is business. Bail bondsman's confessions. What kind of witness? Does that make me to injustice? Complicit participant. Bail bondsman's confessions. I'm not innocent, been thinking about quitting, maybe pro bono legal work. Bail bondsman's confessions. My conscience starts to irk me more each year, each grandmother, each mortgage sign. Bail bondsman's confessions. I'm redefined by guilt accumulating, money ain't worth its weight. Bail bondsman's confessions. Before it's too late, I'm shutting down my office, joining bail reform coalition. Bail bondsman's confessions. My final life decision.
20 years of this. 20 years of profiting off people's worst days. 20 years too long. Bail bondsman's confessions. I quit. Bars, misconfessions, confessions, confessions, bars, misconfessions, bars, misconfessions, bars, misconfessions, confessions, confessions, confessions.
Stand clear to closing doors, please. Spare change, anything helps. God bless.
Dewey, a dropout playing for Metro card money. Subway musician, story ain't funny. More like tragic classical training, concert hall dream. Subway musician, reality slings. Different from what my professors promised senior year. You tour the world, subway musician, but I'm here. L-train platform playing box, work for muters. Subway musician, expensive school and shooters. Shot me with debt, 100 grand for degree. Subway musician, now I'm barely free to eat, much less thrive. Classical music don't pay. Subway musician, this how bills get their way. Covered hats filling slowly with quarters and dimes. Subway musician, keeping rhythm in these times where art ain't valued unless somebody rich decides. Subway musician with real talent resides in margins and underground, in spaces in between. Playing for the passing crowd, hoping someone sees. Subway musician talent on display for pennies and please. Echoing through tunnels, bouncing off the tiles. Subway musician create beauty in the aisles of transit, of struggle, of daily urban grind. Subway musician, hoping fortune's kind. Met a cellist yesterday, subway musician too. Both of us conservatory trained, both of us due for recognition that'll never come. We laughed about it. Subway musician, art degrees, we doubt it was worth the debt now. System broken, don't support. Subway musician, artists forced to contort into commercial viability. A starve on principle, we chose principle. Subway musician, criminal, how culture treats us artists. Disposable, replaceable. Subway musician, somehow we're traceable back to our passion despite economic punishment. Subway musician, we keep accomplishing art daily. Some days I make 50 bucks. Subway musician, some days 12. What fucks with you mentally is inconsistency of income. Subway musician, but the music keeps me handsome. I mean sane, keeps me sane, reminds me why. Police harassment constant, need permits they say. Subway musician, they want forms I can't pay. $475 for permit to perform. Subway musician, bureaucracy's the norm. They using to criminalize art, criminalize survival. Subway musician, but I'm for revival of public art, reclaiming space for culture. Subway musician, resistance is the sculpture I'm making with my music. Every note's a protest. Subway musician, refusing to digest society's message that art ain't valuable. Subway musician, I'm accountable only to the music, to the craft, to the calling. Subway musician, even when I'm falling short on rent, even when the train's empty. Subway musician, my music's, let me say my music's legacy. Years from now maybe, subway musician, somebody will see that real art lived here, underground, unglamorous. Subway musician, genuinely amorous with the process, not the profit, that's the difference. God bless. Stand clear to closing doors. Same spot tomorrow. Same dream. Same dream. 2007 Honda Accord. 3 months behind. Just doing my job.
3 a.m. I'm hooking up a single mother's call. Repo man's regrets, this job has left a scar on my conscience. 6 years deep in this profession. Repo man's regrets, every night's a confession. I'm the face of the bank, the muscle for the loan. Repo man's regrets, taking people's only way home from work to school to doctor's appointments, groceries. Repo man's regrets, part of poverty's atrocities. They say it's business, nothing personal, just economic. Repo man's regrets, but I see the faces comic. Relief would be if they didn't look so devastated. Repo man's regrets, I facilitated the crisis, missed payments cause of medical bills. Repo man's regrets, systems designed to kill. Slowly through 1,000 cuts, I'm one of the knives. Repo man's regrets, destroying destroying people's lives for $12 hourly plus commission on the tape. Repo man's regret. Rolling up at midnight, taking what they can't afford to lose. Repo man's regrets. Working class versus working class blues. I'm just surviving too, but at what moral cost? Repo man's regrets. In the system we all lost. Humanity somewhere between the payments and the debt. Repo man's regrets. Conscience soaking wet. Yesterday a veteran missing leg from Iraq war. Repo man's regrets. Taking his car from his doorstep. 3 months behind on payment, VA benefits delayed. Repo man's regrets. How this country treats people who stayed. Brave for them, fought for them, sacrificed their body. Repo man's regrets. System treating them like nobody. Matters when the checks stop coming regularly. He begged me, told me his situation desperately. Repo man's regrets. I called my supervisor pleading. They said hook it up. Deadlines what we're needing to meet. Quotas, bonuses, corporate targets hit. Repo man's regrets. I'm complicit in this shit. Took his car, watched him cry on his front lawn. Repo man's regrets. Something in me's gone. Dead, the part that cared, the part that felt human. Repo man's regrets. What I'm becoming scares me more than poverty. I'm trying to escape. Repo man's regret. That's my car. I need that to get to work.
Sir, I understand, but you don't understand nothing. I got kids. I got bills. How am I supposed to?
Daddy, why is that man taking our car? Please. Please just give us one more week.
I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job.
Your job? Your job is destroying families.
He's right, that man was absolutely right. Repo man's regrets keeping me up at night. Can't sleep no more, see they faces when I close my eyes. Repo man's regrets built on other people's cries. For mercy in the system with no mercy to dispense. Repo man's regrets, my paycheck's recompense for selling out my morals, but I got bills too. Repo man's regrets, what am I supposed to do? Quit and starve, I got 2 kids, I'm divorced. Repo man's regrets, economically forced into occupation that destroys my soul daily. Repo man's regret, trapped in capitalism's Bailey and Marty. Can't seize the castle, I'm just defending. Repo man's regrets, my own survival pending on my willingness to be the system's weapon. Repo man's regrets, each car is lesson in how they turn us against each other. Working class fight, repo man's regrets. None of this is right, I'm organizing with the drivers, planning walkout strike. Repo man's regrets, can't do this life. Radio. Another family faces hardship after vehicle repossession.
Can't listen to this no more. Last month doing this. Last month.
How many we got today, Sister Ruth?
How many we got today?
Sister Ruth.
Ooh.
300 and counting. Same as yesterday.
Same as tomorrow.
Let's feed our people.
Sister Ruth been serving at this soup kitchen 40 years.
Soup kitchen saints.
Soup kitchen saints witness generations of tears.
Soup kitchen saints.
Flow through these doors, she knows everyone by name.
Soup kitchen saints.
Treating hunger without shame or judgment. Just compassion in a ladle and a smile.
Soup kitchen saints.
Going that extra mile for human dignity. She'll slip an extra roll.
Soup kitchen saints.
Feeding body and soul, your matter, your love, your scene. She tells each person.
Soup kitchen saints.
Humanity's emerging in acts of radical kindness, revolutionary care.
Soup kitchen saints.
Proving love is everywhere. If we choose to see it manifested, live it true.
Soup kitchen saints.
That's what they daily do. 78 years old, arthritis in her hand.
Soup kitchen saints.
Still she serves, still she stands. Every single Thursday for 4 decades straight. Feeding hunters daily dignity on every plate. Soup kitchen saint, love without debate. No questions asked, no judgments made. Soup kitchen saints, where compassion's displayed in action.
Not just words, they show the way.
Soup kitchen saints,
Serving every day in action. Not just words, they show the way.
soup kitchen saints,
Serving every day. Marcus volunteers, corporate lawyer by day. Soup kitchen saint, serving breakfast before work his way. A staying grounded, remembering where he came from. Soup kitchen saints, his mama was the outcome of soup kitchens when he was young. They kept him fed. Soup kitchen saint, now he's paying it ahead for the next generation struggling through poverty's maze. Soup kitchen saints, Marcus serves on his days off 2-3 shifts weekly, bringing his kids along. Soup kitchen saints, teaching them where they belong is in service to community, especially the forgotten. Soup kitchen saints, lessons that aren't rotten but pure, untainted by American individualism. Soup kitchen saints, collective activism, through feeding, through caring, through showing up consistent. Soup kitchen saints, making love consistent on existing in spaces where it's scarce and needed most.
This place saved my life when I was homeless.
Sister Ruth, she never gave up on
Sister
me.
Ruth, she never gave up on me.
7 years ago, I was eating here, now I volunteer.
They treat you like family, like you matter.
I was suicidal, this place gave me hope.
It's more than food, it's community, it's love.
Compassion fatigue is real, volunteers burning out. Soup kitchen saints, what this work's about. Takes emotional toll, seeing suffering daily. Soup kitchen saints, processing it barely. Sometimes Sister Ruth admits she cries at night. Soup kitchen saints, carrying others' plight, weighs heavy on her shoulders, on her aging bones. Soup kitchen saint, bearing painful unknowns of where people sleep, if they're safe, if they're warm. Soup kitchen saint, weathering poverty's storm, alongside those they serve, not above, not apart. Soup kitchen saint, same struggling heart, beats in her chest. She's 3 months behind on rent. Soup kitchen saint, every dollar spent on bus fare to volunteer, she's struggling too. Soup kitchen saint, that's what makes it true. Love, not charity, from privilege to poor. Soup kitchen saint, community to the core. We are, we got, so we show up, we serve. Soup kitchen saints, preserving what we deserve.
Let us pray.
Let us pray.
Bless this food, bless these hands that prepared it.
Bless those who ate.
Bless those who couldn't come.
Bless this community, this family.
Keep us strong, keep us loving,
Keep us serving.
amen. Yeah.
Same time tomorrow, family.
Same time tomorrow.
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 Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it.
Got it. Another one documented before they buff it. This piece is from '89. Legendary. Going by tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah.
Racing against gentrification with my camera and notebook. Graffiti archaeologists preserving every outlook, every tag, every piece, every spot that's threatened. Graffiti archaeologists, cultural history seconded by nobody official, so I made it my mission. Graffiti archaeologists against demolition of hip-hop heritage. These walls tell stories. Graffiti archaeologists documenting glories and struggles of a generation who had no gallery. Graffiti archaeologists recording street salary. The culture, this is art, this is history living. Graffiti archaeologists, this is my giving back to community that raised me, taught me style. Graffiti archaeologists going that extra mile to photograph each piece before the buff truck comes. Graffiti archaeologists beating gentrification's drums of erasure, cultural cleansing, memory destruction. Documenting walls before they're painted white. Graffiti archaeologists capturing the fight of colors against concrete, of style against time. Graffiti archaeologists preserving the rhyme, visual, historical, cultural, essential. Graffiti archaeologists making it sequential, making it sequential. This wall had pieces from scene Dorothy for that graffiti archaeologists. Now they building sutura, I mean suture, stitching up the hood's identity. Graffiti archaeologists erasing our legacy with luxury condos and corporate corporate coffee chains.
Graffiti archaeologists,
documenting what remains before it's buffed, before it's scrubbed, before it's gone.
Graffiti archaeologists,
from dusk to dawn, I'm cataloging, photographing, interviewing writers.
Graffiti archaeologists,
lighting cultural fires of resistance. This art form born from exclusion.
Graffiti archaeologists,
fighting its conclusion. Kids today don't know the history under their feet.
Graffiti archaeologists,
making archive complete of golden era wild style political pieces.
Graffiti archaeologists,
before the culture ceases to exist in physical form, relegated to museums.
Documenting wars before they fainting.
Started a website uploading all my documentation.
Graffiti archaeologists,
digital preservation, thousands of pieces cataloged by year and location.
Graffiti archaeologists,
global conversation started with my DMs. Writers thanking me for keeping.
Graffiti archaeologists,
their legacy from sleeping. Forever some are passed away, their work only exists.
Graffiti archaeologists,
in my photo list, now museum call me, wanna do exhibition.
Graffiti archaeologists,
my life's mission, validated finally, but bittersweet feeling.
Graffiti archaeologists,
art ceiling, broken through by gentrification's consequence.
Graffiti archaeologists,
history's defense, attorney in the court of cultural memory.
Graffiti archaeologists,
for those who came before me, those who risked arrest to make the city beautiful.
Graffiti archaeologists,
their work was dutiful to expression, to existence, to being seen and heard.
Graffiti archaeologists,
spreading their word.
That's piece number 4, 24/7.
Someone's up painting now,
and I'll be here tomorrow documenting,
preserving,
preserving.
Another one. There's 12 houses on this block alone. 12 families gone.
Foreclosure block, every third house boarded up now. Used to be a neighborhood, now it's ghost town somehow. Families I grew up with, gone, displaced, scattered. Foreclosure block, American dreams shattered by predatory lending, subprime mortgage schemes. Foreclosure block, destroying people's dreams. They targeted black neighborhoods, sold toxic loans. Foreclosure block, banks profit while we losing homes. Mrs. Johnson lived here 50 years, raised 4 kids. Foreclosure block, refinanced to pay medical bills. Adjustable rate mortgage payments tripled overnight. Foreclosure block, couldn't keep up with the fight. Bank foreclosed, auction house for half what she owed. Foreclosure block, criminal how the system flowed. Wealth from black communities into corporate banks. Foreclosure block, economic warfare's ranks. Block by block, they're taking what our grandparents built. Foreclosure block, generational wealth spill on courthouse steps, auction to the highest bid. Foreclosure block, that's what the system did, destroyed our neighborhoods through financial tricks. Foreclosure block, another crisis they fix in their favor. Always them, never us. 7-year-old found playing in a foreclosed house. Foreclosure block, kid had nowhere else to go about. His imagination, empty homes became his playground. Foreclosure block, where childhood's battleground meets economic catastrophe, investors buying cheap. Foreclosure block, while former owners weep over losses, negative equity, credit destroyed. Foreclosure block, entire communities deployed into homelessness, doubled up, living situations tense. Foreclosure block, poverty's commenced, drug dealers moving into vacant properties. Foreclosure block, increased police atrocities, more harassment, more arrests, more surveillance. Foreclosure block, systematic malfeasance by banks, by government, by everyone who should've. Foreclosure block, protected us but wouldn't or couldn't or didn't care enough to try.
We need to organize. Organize against who? The banks own everything. We can fight this. There's laws. Laws don't apply to us. Never have. My grandmother's house, my grandfather built with his hands. They're destroying our history. Our community. What are we supposed to do? Fight back!
Start a community land trust, pooling resources together. Foreclosure block, surviving financial weather. Bought back 3 houses from the auction, kept them community owned. Foreclosure block, resistance homegrown. Can't save everyone, can't undo all the damage done. Foreclosure block, but we saved some families from displacement. That's a victory small. Foreclosure block, but meaningful to all involved. Every house we save is is history preserved. Foreclosure block, dignity deserved for people who invested life into these properties. Foreclosure block, maintaining improprieties, banks committed fraudulent, criminal clear. Foreclosure block, nobody went to jail here. Systems designed that way, punish the victims. Foreclosure block, reward the systems, architects of crisis, too big to fail, they said. Foreclosure block, while our community bled out, we organize and fight and won't give up this land. Foreclosure block, making our stand. That's the house we saved. The Martinez family. Still here. Still fighting. We all we got. Foreclosure block won't win.
Morning, Mr. Patterson. Morning, young man. Dialysis day again. 3 times a week, you know it. Till I die. I know it.
5 a.m. Picking up Mr. Patterson for dialysis. Dialysis driver, witness to society's malice against the chronically ill, the elderly, the poor. Dialysis driver, opening every door for people who can't afford better transportation. Dialysis driver, government's obligation. Fulfill minimal events, falling apart, AC broken. Dialysis driver, but gratitude spoken by every patient that I lift and safely secure. Dialysis driver, making sure they endure the journey to treatment that keeps them alive. Dialysis driver, helping them survive. Kidney failure, diabetes, complications stacking. Dialysis driver, watching bodies attacking themselves slowly. 3 times weekly ritual. Dialysis driver, making habitual my presence in their lives. Sometimes I'm all they got. Driving lives of treatment 3 times every week. Dialysis driver, hearing stories that they speak of better days of families grown, a time running thin. Dialysis driver, until the machine hooking them in 4 hours at a time, then driving them back home. Dialysis driver, making sure they're not alone. Yeah. Mrs. Chen, I pick up Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. Dialysis driver, been doing this for latter days of her life. She's 87, barely speaks English. Dialysis driver, but we communicate through anguish and kindness. I help her to the door, she gives me tangerines. Dialysis driver, small gestures, what it means to have somebody care, somebody show up on time. Dialysis driver, reliability's prime when everything else failing health system, family far. Dialysis driver, I'm consistent in my car every scheduled day. Never miss, never late. Dialysis driver, fighting against their fate with punctuality and kindness. Small things matter most. Dialysis driver, the people near life's coast. End approaching, I'm the constant and the story's close. Dialysis driver, that's the honor I chose. Lost 3 regulars this year, died between the trips. Dialysis driver, mortality's eclipse of everything. Mr. Patterson's the latest. Dialysis driver, his condition was the greatest fighter I ever seen. Dialysis 12 years. Dialysis driver, I held back tears when his daughter called, said he passed last night. Dialysis driver, something ain't right, and me getting attached, I know that's unprofessional. Dialysis driver, but relationships confessional. 3 times a week for years, you become family. Dialysis driver, bonds form naturally through shared time, through stories, through consistent care. Dialysis driver, showing up, being there matters more than medical, more than transportation. Dialysis driver, human connections foundation. I'm applying to nursing school, inspired by this work. Dialysis driver, where humanity lurks.
Dialysis driver. Dialysis driver.
Where humanity lust.
Dialysis driver. Dialysis driver.
Here we go again. Another life to serve.
Last payphone on the block. Everyone got cells now, but not everyone.
Everyone got cells.
Last payphone, standing on a block of disappeared booths. Technology moved on, but left behind the truth that not everyone can afford cell phones, monthly plans. Last payphone serving those excluded from modern demands. Homeless folks use me daily, calling shelters family. Last payphone, essential lifeline. Actually, day laborers coordinating jobs of my receiver. Last payphone, analog believer. Inaccessibility, I'm obsolete the most. Last payphone, but essential to those posts. I mean past, push past society's margin. Last payphone, for the people starving, for connection, for communication, for basic needs. Last payphone, where desperation leads to quarters counted carefully. 35 cents a call. Last payphone, accessible to all, unlike smartphones. Data plans, credit checks required.
Coins and dollars.
Tone, connection analog. Last payphone, communications epilogue.
Standing solitary.
Refusing to go extinct. Last payphone, essential link for those technology left behind in progress march. Last payphone, standing like an arch between past and future, serving present need.
Everyone that's
Jose calls his mother in Guatemala every Sunday. Last payphone, his weekly ritual, one way to stay connected to his roots, his family, his home. Last payphone, for those alone in foreign country, undocumented, working hard. Last payphone, using calling card. $10 gives him 30 minutes, he makes it last. Last payphone, bridging present to the past. His mother's voice through my receiver traveling far. Last payphone, connecting where they are to where he is. I'm witness to their love. Last payphone, messages from above and below. The wires through distance, through devotion. Last payphone, maintain emotion of connection despite borders, despite barriers raised. Last payphone, love finding ways. City wants to remove me, outdated infrastructure. Last payphone, but communities rupture would result. Petition started, 100 signatures. Last payphone, essential literature written by the people I serve daily. Remove this phone, remove our lifeline, they wrote eloquently. Last payphone, diversity of users, not just adversity, but necessity. Some elderly without cells. Last payphone, where the story tells itself through dial tones and operator voices. Last payphone, representing choices to maintain analog infrastructure for those excluded. Last payphone, fight concluded with victory. I'm staying designated historic. Last payphone, tale of euphoric of community organizing to preserve access points. Last payphone, where connection anoints. Thank you.
Still here. Still working. Still connecting.
Everyone got cells now.
Cold blue, I see you. Cold blue, I see you.
12-hour shift. 5th in a row. Let's go.
Another night in the trenches.
Midnight shift nurse,
Understaffed as usual, 1 to 12, trying to keep them all alive while my own strength fails. Midnight shift nurse, diving deeper than hell. Eyes burning, hands shaking, but I refuse to bail. Midnight exhaustion, but people's lives depend on my focus. Midnight shift nurse, try to stay hopeful while locusts. I mean administrators, cause staff to maximize profit. Got nurses dropping left and right, nobody to stop it. I'm running room to room, hard monitor in my mind. Vitals in my memory, cold status intertwined. Old man in 304 whisper, don't let me die alone. So I sat for 30 seconds till my next alarm blown. This job a battlefield, hospital halls like trenches. Blood stains on scrubs, trauma thick in the stenches. But I keep moving, steady as the IV drip. Midnight shift nurse, holding life with a death grip.
Midnight shift nurse, hold the line tonight. Running on empty but still choosing to fight. Through the sirens, through the pain, through the fear in their eyes. Midnight shift nurse, where the real heroes rise. Midnight shift nurse, hold the line tonight. Running on empty but still choosing to fight. Through the sirens, through the pain, through the fear in their eyes. Midnight shift nurse, where the real heroes rise.
Clock says 2 a.m., feels like 5 days past. Haven't eaten since the morning, heart pumping too fast. Charting on a laptop that's older than the ward. System crashes every hour, I tech ain't up to afford. Young girl in 212 detoxing, shaking in her sleep. I hold her hand steady, tell her you're in too deep. But you're safe here, baby, breathe. I'm right by your side, she cries. You're the first person who looked me in the eye. Meanwhile, trauma room's full, yeah, I overflow. Ambulances lined up, nowhere else to go. We patch them with tape, with hope, with prayers. Midnight shift nurse buried under unanswered health. Hell thread prayers, walls peeling paint. Supplies locked up tight, corporate says budget cuts, but my soul says fight. I'm the backbone of this place, though they treat me like dust. Midnight shift nurse, and adrenaline I trust.
Cold blue, room 3 and 8.
Nurse bagging, charging the 200 clear.
Come on, stay with me.
We got him. We got him back. Yeah, back from the brink, but my hands still shake. Hard, heavy from the losses, the ones we couldn't take. Saw a coworker cry in the mid-room, tears on the floor. Said I can't lose another patient, I can't do this no more. I hugged her tight, said we hold each other here, cause the system won't save us, but we still persevere. We carry trauma home, put a smile on for the kids. Midnight shift nurse, nobody knows what we did. I chart the night stories as the sunrise paints the blinds. Bodies saved, souls lost, battles fought in my mind. This ain't a job, it's a calling, a curse and a vow. To show up for strangers when life won't allow. But one day I pray we get more than applause, more than thank you for your service. Hollow pause, we need rest, we need staff, we need policies to serve. Midnight shift nurse, we deserve what we preserve. Midnight shift nurse, we deserve what we preserve.
Shift complete. Daily.
Another 12 tonight.
Lord, give me strength.
You're listening to 11:30 a.m. Overnight shift listeners. Stay awake. Stay safe. 3:47 a.m. Everyone asleep but us. Graveyard shift worker, I mop floors while the world dreams. Radio on low, only voice in the void that hears my screams. Static on the overnight, signal barely holding tight. Feels like the DJ speaking just to keep my soul upright. Warehouse, echo chamber, forklifts humming in the back. Hands cracked from bleach, spine stiff from every stack. Bills stacked higher, dreams drop lower. Life feel frozen like the busted air blower.
DJ reads a letter from a trucker calling in. Says he ain't seen home in weeks, holding tears under his grin. I nod like I know him, same ghosts we chase at night. Invisible jobs, invisible lives, no end in sight. I'm wiping down the table when the caller starts to cry. Says she lost her mama yesterday and never said goodbye. Radio static thick, felt like the world paused with her. Overnight shifts, souls connected through the stir.
Static on the overnight, where lonely hearts survive a night. Turn the dial, keep the light. We hold each other through the quiet fight. Static on the overnight, just voices drifting in the dark. Invisible people, invisible hurts, still trying to keep a spark.
Driver drops packages at doors where no lights glow. He hears couples arguing softly through windows. Janitor hums hymns to stay awake, stay sane, while a nurse on break cries silently in the rain. Overnight's a circus of souls nobody sees. Security guard writing poems on loose leaf sheets. Fry cook at the diner makes fries for the drunk. Says the quiet hours teach him what the world really wants. DJ plays a track from 94, dusty, warm and perfect. Says this one's for the people who work where they don't deserve it. I swear he talking to me, voice cuts through my chest. Static on the overnight, only time I get rest.
Hello? Listeners? Guess it's just me again.
When the radio came back, he said sorry for the gap, but sometimes even the DJ gets lost in the trap. Man, that hit different, true spill raw. We all crack glass trying to cover every flaw. He said, if you're listening right now, I see you. Every janitor, driver, cleaner, I believe you. You matter even when the day forgets your name. I stood in an empty hall, damn near overcame. 4:55 a.m., shift almost at its end. Static on the overnight, feel like my only friend. Sun creeping out slow, painting gold on the mess. Another night survived, heart heavy but blessed. To the ones who live in the shadows of the city, you're not alone. 11:30 a.m. signing off, be safe out there.